I don't actually look forward to that.
I don't think it's live yet.
It says going live.
Or the video, I mean.
It says going live.
I don't actually think
look
it's
forward
live.
to that.
Oh, we're live.
Oh, we're live. We're live! It works.
Hey!
I'm alive.
We've
I
done
see
it.
my face light up.
It's alive!
Very nice.
Oh, boy.
I need like a thunder crack noise. Fuck, I need that.
I have a whip. We can use that.
I wish I had sound effects. I'll just rely on Hammock for all the sound effects.
I have various instruments I can go
Thunder
grab.
crack.
You ever bring up my acoustic? Here's Wonderwall.
Don't make me. I have a 12 string over there.
Here's Africa by Weezer.
Oh my. I probably should do an intro or something for our adoring fans. Hello everyone and welcome to the Engineer.tf 6-year anniversary live stream Q&A. It is the 29th of November, and our anniversary, our 6-year anniversary is actually the 12th of December. However, we're doing a little bit early because Mothership is actually leaving for a vacation next week to celebrate this 12th, the 6-year anniversary. No one else was invited. That sucks for you guys. Haha. But I'll be in Japan, so, yay me. Haha. But anywho, here with us today, as part of this Q&A live stream, we have a bunch of people. We have, to start off the top, we have Paintseer. A lot of you guys know him, hear him, see him, smell him, all the fun things. He's one of our hosts for actually, he's probably the host for our new map review series we were doing, as well as our other videos, as well as our Omega admin, whatever that means. We have Micah Lele, our resident Not a Spy main moderator for our wonderful group. Hammock, a definitely not a spy main from the UK, who's our moderator. And see what I mean? Not a spy.
There you go, I got the noise.
And then we also have Chubbs, who is on the mentor committee, as well as one of the people who helps lead up the mentor program. What's up, Chubbs?
Not much. How about yourself?
Are you in class
Also our
still?
lead sheriff.
No, they let out early.
Oh, nice. Very nice. But yeah, anyways,
You're welcome.
we're here to do Q&A via the forum. We have about 13 responses. However, we will take responses via the chat as well if any of you guys want to ask questions. Chat appears on the bottom right, so yeah. But I guess with that, you guys have any questions about stuff? I mean, it's pretty self-explanatory.
I'm ready to answer some questions.
If we say it again?
Just get on a server or something. Just play while we're chatting.
Play video games while having a super serious stream?
And
Wait, y'all still play this game?
Supposedly.
Yeah, sometimes, on occasion. Once in a while. And a blue moon.
Well, my team died for the season, so I haven't not played in like a month or two. So
And that sucks.
just out of the blue as well. Just like one day it was there, next day it wasn't.
That should be a fun team name. Short Dinner's team.
Do we exist or not?
Are they going to show up for matches and scrims? Who knows?
Schrodinger's Highlander player.
That's just normal
Simultaneously
Highlander.
in the
That's
scrim and not in the scrim.
One dude shows up. Okay, let's go. Brady's up. I got this. Okay, I'm just going to jump into the questions. Well, I know some of these questions will have specific people it's directed to, as well as persons that name they put down as far as who's asking the question. If that person is not here, we'll just have someone else pretend to be them to answer the question in their stead. And as an example for that, for our first question, we have X-Flamer. Will you go to RGL prom with me? From Micah to Exa. X is not here, so we'll have Chubbs play the role of Exa in this. So Chubbs.
This is a big decision I have to make.
Chubbs, don't let me down, man.
I'm gonna say I'm gonna have to consider it.
How long do you need? I have $1.50 in quarters in my car if that will change your answer.
All right, then it's a yes.
Let's go! Me and X are going to RGO prom together.
I feel like anytime just some questions directed to someone who's not here, it's just Hammock with a voice changer.
I wouldn't, yeah. I wouldn't be surprised.
Exa.
That was a good X impression.
I'd say that's pretty close, yeah. Well, let's move on to question number 2 then. This one is to me. This one's to me from Anonymous. The question is, if there were 2 guys on the moon and one of them is killed at the... Sorry guys, English is hard. If there were 2 guys on the moon and one of them killed the other with a rock, would that be fucked up or what? I would say that would be fucked up. Anyone else want to concur on that one?
I mean,
Yeah,
Well,
that's
it'd be
pretty fucked
situational if it was self-defense.
yeah, like,
Oh, that's true.
like
It is
it's all about the situation.
I would be the guy killing the other guy with the rock. Or I'd just be the rock.
You'd be the Rock.
Yeah.
The Rock.
Dwayne the Rock Johnson was a
Johnson.
third man on the moon, actually. Because of the 0G, I just used to swing the rock around in like a tornado, like a Beyblade.
Like a
up. If you
Beyblade.
committed murder on the moon, would it be like international waters type thing where they can't actually like arrest you for it? Or
So-
is like
So-
because they
Yeah.
planted the flag there, is the moon now like America?
So I don't remember the exact rules for it, but there was a crime committed on like the ISS. So like that's the kind of stuff has actually been brought up. And I think it's treated similar to like international waters, where it's like the flag of the vessel of whoever it might be crewed for or something.
And
like
no country can like claim the moon.
that. Yeah, and you can't claim the moon or anything.
I will claim the moon in the name of one
I will
individual.
take the moon.
Okay, calm down there, Guru. Okay, we'll move on to the next question on the list. This one is from Moss and Melancons. It's not directed toward anyone specific, but the question is thoughts on a dispenser backpack item. So this is an item, not like a cosmetic.
Yeah, Lucio.
What would it replace? Like the pistol?
I'm assuming it would
The
probably
shotgun.
Like it has to be replacing the second slot, like pistol or wrangler.
Yeah, that's usually where the fun stuff is.
I don't.
I'm just imagining it replacing the shotgun and you just run around with like a pistol.
It replaces the wrench. You can't build anything else.
Oh,
You just
God.
are the dispenser now.
No, you just can't
'cause,
upgrade.
You are the dispenser because you put the dispenser on
Yeah,
your
you
back.
can place
I'm-
stuff.
I'm
but
assuming
you won't be
an
able to
item
upgrade
like
or
the-
repair.
I'm assuming an item like this just means you can also never build a dispenser too, which just sounds like a terrible decision.
It could
Does-
take the 4th slot because technically the PDA is its 4th slot.
Interesting. I never considered that.
Yeah, but then you just give up the ability for sentry guns and teleporters. I feel like that's a horrible trade-off. If you
Well,
replace
it could
the
be.
PDA.
It could allow you to build them still. It would just
Oh,
prevent
so
you
like
from
instead
building
of building a
dispenser.
dispenser, you build it, but like on your back.
Yeah,
So like you have to like it's like eating a sandwich, but you're just building it and putting it on your back.
I don't
would-
think you would have to build it. I think you just constantly.
It would be really funny to see engineers wrenching other engineers, being like, "I'm going to upgrade it for you," and then the spy walks in like, "Yes, I'll upgrade it for you."
I'm gonna sap your back.
That's the downside. You can get sapped by the spy.
Yeah.
And you can't move.
you just
That would
don't
be
move.
great. That would be awesome, actually.
Oh, is that worse or better than being backstabbed?
What happens
Worse.
if you get like red tape recorded?
Bro, that's pain. That's like torture. That's like instead of just killing the chicken, you pluck all of its feathers first. That's exactly what the rototape recorder in that
I mean,
situation.
my question is, does Engineer get the passive healing and metal regen?
Yeah, I would.
Well, yeah, you're
Or,
next
or
to
is
the
it only for
dispenser.
his teammates? You know?
I'd say it's for everybody, so including the engineer.
Yeah, I feel like it's like you're standing next to a dispenser, so you should.
I'll be honest, I'd kind of fear like a battle engineer with it, because like it's almost like they have like a mini pocket.
Yeah.
Like, can you imagine taking like a 1v1 and they just fucking win because they have more HP? I don't think it would matter too much at like the high level because you're not going to be missing, but like the longer a fight goes on, the more benefit the backpacked engineer has.
I would
Yeah.
assume that to balance it, they would double the range, but like half the ammo and health regen.
Probably.
Like that would have to balance it. Not even then. That's still like a
Probably.
normal dispenser balance.
wait.
That's ignoring
What
the
if
fact it's
you-
mobile.
Engineer is like in the middle of a bunch of people healing them. Engineer gets hit by 3rd degree, everyone dies.
Oh, no.
AoE 3rd degree.
Oh no, I love it, but oh no.
I love it.
3rd degree should work
Ironically.
on dispensers.
And I can only see this item being useful on Koth maps like Lakeside where there's like no fucking metal.
Yeah, it's like you're not gonna get a dispenser anyway.
Or if you play on maps, you play hard flank. I would say it'd be useful too, because if you're like,
But even then, you're not getting the full use of it if you're playing with your flank, because if you can heal multiple people at the same time, you should be playing combo.
No, not necessarily. Like if
I mean,
if I could hit
That's
my
the way I
soldier,
see it.
I mean, the main thing
Like,
for
if I can heal
dispenser
my
when it comes to
scout at the
combo
same
isn't
time.
like healing, right? It's the ammo. That's what matters. Because healing's gonna be all done through the medic anyways. The build Uber and yada yada.
You know what? Thinking about it, given NG's role in like Invite Highlander, I think it would be kind of ass. Because like,
Oh, I know it'll be kind of ass.
all you do is sit. No, like it has potential, right? But all you do is sit on your sniper and Invite. I like the top level. So like, the only person getting the benefit is the sniper, and he doesn't really need HP, especially if he's running the cozy camper or ammo. So I don't know. It has potential in a different situation, but
I love the idea of it in like a pub where
Oh
like
yeah, in
you
a
don't
pub,
have
it'd be
any
fun.
you don't have any like NG nearby, but you've got just some guy with no cosmetics, just AFK in the corner with plus left in console, just like healing people, just spinning around in a circle slowly.
See, I'm imagining
It's
worse than that.
great.
Imagine like 4 of them doing that.
oh no.
Oh,
Like
each
imagine
going
like
different
doing the
directions.
loop in a circle and just like, or like just still spinning.
well, we have a question in the
Also,
chat.
like
Ooh.
comp wise, I guess like yeah, if you're like sitting on the payload cart, you're like stacking 2 dispenser heals.
You can
That
already
is
sort of
true.
do that with a regular dispenser.
So like sitting on the cart as NG, whoever else is on the cart with you is getting super healed.
Yeah, it actually might be pretty decent on payload offense.
I can see it
almost
for
makes up for short circuit.
Because if on fence, like ammo is like for payloads, like offense, ammo is not really something people worry about.
No, for like healing. So I'm thinking like upward first, kind of.
Would the
Yeah.
healing stack with the cart?
I
Yeah.
assume so because it stacks with a regular dispenser. I'm pretty sure.
But we're not talking about a regular dispenser.
Yeah,
Well,
but
it's basically
I-
a regular
I-
dispenser, just mobile in the back, right?
I assume the backpack one would too.
I mean, the way that I'm thinking that if it were to be an item, there would have to be a downside, and one of the downsides I could see it having is reduced movement speed. In all honesty,
I'd believe that. I could see it.
and in a movement shooter like DF2, that would be a death sentence for that item. Because how often do you see the brass beast other than last holds?
I
Oh,
ran
like
the brass
Swift.
beast on steel. I was owning with that thing. I love the brass beast.
I'm with Chubbs on this one.
I don't think it should get a minus speed penalty because I just
Yeah.
literally no one would then use it.
I could see it being like some kind of thing of like it has an active and inactive like mode, and to activate it, you basically have to do the hauling like thing where you're now like slowed down and you're like having it
May-
out, and then when
may-
you're not using it, you just stuff it back into the backpack.
Maybe it's something like the what is it, the amputator, where you have to taunt
Yeah,
to,
but the
to give a healing aura.
the amputator's rough.
Maybe it's something akin to that, where you have to be like continuously taunting with it to give people health and ammo.
That'd
You
be
just-
good if it didn't have its own taunt and you could just Rancho Relaxo and do it.
I'm imagining like you're
Or
playing
any of the
flank,
other
and the only thing you hear is yee-haw, yee-haw.
Or the like the looping like banjo taunt.
Oh lordy.
Oh god.
Oh, imagine that with the fucking fly cosmetics.
Oh, that's
Oh yeah, where
evil.
it's just like
That's
everything's
evil.
like super
Worst
pitched up.
cosmetics in the game.
Pretty much. Okay, on that note, let's jump into a comment or a question we got from chat, and this is something, Micah, you're going to be able to answer as a non-spy main. What do you guys think about the red tape recorder in competitive? And then the kind of addendum on like payload, steel, level 3s, that type of thing.
That thing stinks. If you're using it, and you're actually trolling. I'm sorry to say.
In all honesty, I have theory crafted red tape recorder on Koth because it doesn't destroy minis as quickly as the normal sapper, so that prevents an engineer from building a mini as quick. If that makes any sense. So there's more downtime on the NG's minis.
Yeah, but
There
the problem
is-
with that is your teammates are just gonna shoot it when it's sapped,
Yeah.
like they should. So it's just
Yeah.
gonna die anyway.
That's why I said I theoried Theorycraft.
There's a niche use for the red tape, which I feel like is probably a bug, but they haven't fixed it, so it's, I guess, tech at this point. Where if you have a dispenser and it's full up of metal and it gets de-leveled by the red tape, it wipes the entire cache of metal. So it's kind of rough in that regard of, oh, they've just been holding this point for a while. Let's just troll this NG and wipe his metal amount.
Cyber's saying that it
I-
has to destroy sentries?
Because what it does, I don't think that's how that works.
Redeployed sentries, it says?
Maybe if you like instantly sap one that's being redeployed, because it'll degrade because it's still building as a level 1,
Ooh.
maybe.
Or
I'm
maybe
actually
you're
not
just
sure
like
how that
stuck in
works.
like a building and unbuilding. I've not seen that, so but that sounds strange.
Either way, I feel like if you sap a building sentry, that's like the easiest time to kill it because it can't be like.
Yeah,
Because
at
the
that point,
biggest
you
thing when
shoot
you
the
sap
guy.
a sentry gun is like, let's say you have a normal sentry gun and you sap it. Like the spy has to play a balance of shooting the gun to kill it, shooting the NG, and not dying, right? And the NG has to balance shooting the spy and removing the sapper to get the spy away and getting the gun. So it's like a game you play there.
Yeah,
When the gun is being redeployed, the NG loses an option in the sense that if you unsap it, the gun no longer shoots at the spy because it's building. So like, it's just gonna die anyway. I'm very 90% sure.
Yeah. The only
Especially
time
if this, hey, you go, Pansy.
I was just about to say the only time I actually see people play with it is really just if the team is already rolling the other team, and it's just something the spy can do to annoy the NG player.
Oh no,
Yeah.
it's super fucking tilting. You spend all that time and care to build a level 3, and then they fucking downgrade it to a level 1.
Well, I'm thinking more of my tellies on like Koth.
yeah. I guess it's like got value in that you can just destroy the mental of your enemy, which I guess is part of Spy's job.
But like, I'm with Michael Lele. It's just not a good thing. Just
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of a situation where I would use the red
Yeah,
tape.
I admit the wrench sounds in the background. Pansy, are you playing NG in the background?
yes.
I can just hear the ching ching noises.
I don't know how. I'm wearing headphones. I'm doing a jump map as NG.
Okay.
Yeah, I can't think other than like full on like trolling. That's the only time I can think of using a red tape. Like honestly, like you're just harassing someone like Yoshi on like on a yeah, that's basically it. If I like want to harass Yoshi on TF2,
Yoshi theory is the future, and I will die on that hill.
no.
So for those who don't know, American.tf, aka Danny, invite Pyro player for somebody help ask a follow up. That I state that I'm trolling if I run the red tape recorder, comma, however, comma, the greatest engineer to ever pick up a wrench, Spamfest / Lilypad says the straight upgrade. What say me? I need proof of that statement, and 2, it's still trolling. I see no upside to ever running the red tape recorder. I do not understand how you can have an upside. The gun goes down if you sap it, and 1 level down will not make the difference.
I see what American's saying though in that respect. The difference between the two is basically nothing. And if it's going to die anyways, then it would be better to run the red tape because if it doesn't die for whatever reason, then it is de-leveled.
I'll also say this: if you're not using the enforcer in current day and age, that's a mistake because the enforcer does what the sapper does in like 1,000 different ways and better.
That's fair. In that case, I think the best sapper is Wheatley at that point then.
Exactly.
And it also replaces the ambi in being able to 2-shot Razorbacks.
True.
Yeah.
Fun fact: it also pierces the fists of steel on heavy because it does
Ooh,
that. That's
yeah.
I
That's
found
something
that
people
out.
don't really use often enough, to be honest.
Yeah, no, I only figured it out once because when I was playing against Kresnik on Steel once, he had his fists out and I had the Enforcer, and he was like 100 HP, and I'm just trying to like chip him down. And I did like 100 damage in 2 shots. I was like, yo, wait, this is insane. Why do so much damage? I was like, oh, because it pierces the fist.
How many? Because like I don't know if I've seen this actually fully tested. How many resistances does Enforcer pierce, or does it just work on all? Does it
All of
work on
them.
battalions
It
as
pierces
well?
all resistances.
Yeah, that's pretty sick. Because like
Right.
I don't know,
Wrangler Spirit, Vaccinator,
Yeah.
Fist of Steel, all of it.
It's kind of a funny thing
I'm
when you
so
think about it. Like, it was added like forever ago, but people only started realizing it.
Yeah, it's not that they just started realizing it, because I remember when I was playing on my team like fucking years ago at this point, we had a spy who used Enforcer just because he's like, I like using the Man of Honor set because it was fun, and that was before Big Earner became like OP, and we had like a strategy where you like fully charge back in a shot and you enforce a shot at the sentry at the same time, and it would one hit a sentry because of the damage build up and like no fall off on buildings. And when they changed Enforcer so it pierced like resistances, we're like, holy crap, this is amazing. We should try this like on wrangled sentries and stuff like that. And like every spy I played in a team with is like, nah, I like ambi headshots, it's fun. Like it's not like we didn't know about this. It's more of just ambi is fun.
Okay, to be fair, back in the day when ambies actually were useful and did 102 damage from across the map, yeah, I would agree too.
Yeah.
Why
But
should
still
the
now
sentry
there's
can just
people
insta
still
murder
hold
their
on to
NG
ambi
from,
because
like,
it's fun.
across the map? Oh, what was the other question, Micah? Since you're paying attention more than I am.
Cyber Wizard said that you can wait after a passive hold. It can't be engine inch to destroy the gun. And he moves it back, and on steel they move the gun a ton. I'm saying that on steel, if you're gonna get on an engineer when he's moving the gun, you're not gonna be doing it when he places it. You're gonna be doing it when he's actually moving it.
Yeah, because
And the only time I can really think of when the NG really moves the gun is after a B hold on steel.
Well, I'm thinking offense,
And then he should be
right?
Yeah,
Oh.
this would be for offense.
Like moving gun from like spawn to A, then A to white room, then like white room to power. 'Cause, yeah, like defense not much, but like offense. But in that regard, you're not going to go on him when he's already placed the gun. And if by then you're not taking a 1v1, you're taking a 2v1 because you're stopping it so someone else can run in and kill the NG.
Yeah,
You're
and
gonna
then
get on the NG when he still has the gun in his hand, because a lot of fucking NGs still just walk out of spawn alone with the gun in their hand. They're totally defenseless, and they just get decloaked on. Fun fact.
most NGs should not be playing alone in any circumstance, unless they're like doing funny.
you should be yelling at your flank to stay with you.
Yep.
But the flank wants to get stats.
Where the gun is the most important thing out of all three members. The gun is, not the engineer. Where's the bad scout?
The gun is just like there's the medic and then there's the gun.
Yeah.
Okie doke. We'll move on to the next
also
question.
the sniper's ego.
This one I think is a very, very big one. This one is from X-Flamer to Micah. And Micah LA, may I put my Minecraft bed next to yours? And there's the uwu face.
Of course, Exaflamer. Anytime you want.
You have a Minecraft server? And you didn't tell me?
One. I'll make one.
We did have one at one point.
We did, Sag.
Mothership killed it though because
Yes, Mothership, ruiner of all things fun.
I know.
But we did defeat the Ender Dragon and the Wither and stuff.
That is
So
true.
we beat Minecraft.
We beat Minecraft.
Engineer.tf has conquered Minecraft.
Now I must conquer the world. Anyways, moving on to the next question on the list. This is from Anon to everybody, and this is: what is the best engineer unlock in your opinion? I guess we'll start with Chubbs because on my
Thompson.
list Chubbs at the top. So it's alpha order.
Gunslinger, or not Gunslinger. The other one, Wrangler. By far. I mean, I'm a big advocate of the whole pistol theory on certain Koth maps, but the Wrangler is busted.
Anyone
I'm
else
surprised Wrangler's gone this long without serious nerves.
It's hard to not say the Wrangler.
I mean, it's in a much more balanced state than it was before. I mean, you go look at that old Sigafu fucking not combo video, but frag movie, and just him tanking
From NG with love.
Yeah, and him just tanking his gun. I wish those days were still around. In all honesty,
Part of me, just for argument's sake, wants to say the short circuit. Like, definitely the Wrangler is the most impactful, but the short circuit can also be very powerful. I haven't really used the new one, to be honest, so I don't quite remember how good the new one is.
I will say the NG has a lot of unlocks that really do help improve and change his game. Like the Gunslinger, the Rescue Ranger. Like, I'm thinking in terms of both comp and casual. But
Kinda
like
like-
all of these are dwarfed by the Wrangler.
It's kind of like Pyro, where like the core class is kind of has problems, and then there's a lot of like unlocks that are like massive like power spikes.
They help counter his counters, right?
Yeah,
I kind of want to lean towards the Surf Circuit because the only reason I'm saying that is because I do remember when they let it be unbanned that one season, and all the invite engineers had a unspoken word where they wouldn't use it, just because of how like you literally could deny an entire Uber because you're just like, oh look, a demo, throws a stick or two, you just shoot the fireball over a couple seconds.
that's the team's issue for not shooting the fucking NG.
Well, the problem is
shoot the
they
NG.
solo the
Imagine
demo.
shooting
And
the
then
NG.
no, then you counter pop on the NG.
Yeah, no, I agree with Mother
I
Ship.
am the opposite. I ran Short Circuit and Thompson and other things when unbanned in EU for a long time, and I remember a couple teams that would just overinvest their entire push on we need to crit our demo and put all the attention on our demo, and them losing so many Uber pushes because Short Circuit exists. It's like you could have just crit your heavy and shot the fucking NG. Nope, your hubris.
I will say the new like anime ball the NG has is not nearly
It's
as
very
strong,
cool.
but it's way cooler.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I like how you can jump on people with it.
I hate how it has infinite ammo on the cart, and you just can't spam
Yeah,
the
that's
cart
stupid.
as a demo man anymore.
They should make it like beggars
it
where
has
you
infinite
can't
ammo
gain
cart?
ammo when you have it out.
Yes.
I thought they fixed that because I thought you can't. While you have it out, you can't pick up ammo from a dispenser, and the
Oh,
card
that's
is the
Vegas.
level 1 dispenser, right?
I think so.
I'm trying to
Pretty
remember. I haven't
sure you
used
can
it in a
still get
while
ammo.
because it's kind of But I'm pretty sure like you shoot it while on the cart, you won't gain ammo. But like if you switch off it, then you get ammo, and they can switch back. So I guess you have
I need
infinite
to
in that
test
sense.
this real quick because I swear I've gotten ammo from the cart on with Short Circuit recently, but
Yeah,
I can't tell if my brain is just like remembering stuff from 10,000 years ago.
No,
Back in the olden
it's
times.
you can get it off a cart. That's the primary reason why it's banned because it just makes offense trivial.
Okay, fair enough. Fair enough.
I'm gonna say the what was the question specifically? Is it your best in your opinion or your favorite?
Yeah, what's the best engineer unlock in your opinion?
I'm gonna be the wild card and say the Thompson 6000 because it's
Okay.
so awful that if you frag out with it, you feel amazing.
I mean,
Like
you're not
engineer is such an underdog class who gets like shoved in the locker by every other class in the matchup that if you can air shot kill like a soldier or like track a scout with the Thompson with like the slowest moving projectile in the game and kill them, you just feel great. Like Thompson is so bad that therefore if you kill with it and you get a lot of kills with it, you're a gaming god. I want to see those Thompson 6000 frag movies from engineer mains. Got it?
I'm just trying to imagine now, like how hard that would be. I'm trying to imagine, like, let's get a cheater bot.
I have
Playing
1,000
engineer
kills on
with
my
the-
collector's Thompson, and I need to get Hail Zone.
How long did it take you to get 1,000 kills?
Yes.
Years.
Yeah, that's that question.
You
Micah,
can
how
get your
about- how
Thompson
about you?
over in Europe.
Me. Yeah, the short circuit, baby. That
Short
bitch
circuit.
is not fun. I'll be
Yeah.
playing on Oprah's, right? Like, I'm trying to enjoy my like my night, my evening. Play a little bit of casual Team Fortress 2 and Oprah's petrol station. Then there's always like the 3 people, I will not name names, that just go like short circuit NG and make my life miserable. I'm trying to play like demo or soldier, and they just sit in their spawn rooms shooting the Goku balls like Kamehameha. No more spam for you. And I'm just not having a good time.
Is this like Dust Bowl, like doorway resupply cabinet?
Hammock gets it. Hammock gets it. Or the cart.
Is
the cart
Oprah's
too.
like a Dust Bowl server?
No, it's payload.
Okay.
Mostly. So, yeah, that's not fun. Like the Wrangler, I've gotten used to it in Highlander. Also because I play Spy, I just sap it, and it means no difference to me. Or I enforcer it and make all the NGs mad.
I think
The short
Enforcer should
circuit
be-
is like that kind of weapon that like even as a person using it, you're like, this might be a bit much. It's like you play a bunch of pyro for a while, and even after a while, you're like, really, Homewrecker? Come on.
Yeah, I mean, I've already said short circuit myself. Like, I think that one is probably more oppressive than the Wrangler because the Wrangler, only thing the Wrangler does is it boosts your own defenses, whereas the short circuit will basically deny your opponent outright, which also boosts your own team's like offensive power. Like I'm imagining like pushing like upward forward, not upward, Swiftwater fourth, like out of choke and forward, and you shoot that ball, denying all that demo spam. So from there, all thing you need to do is basically if their sniper's dead, your sniper has free reign because everyone has to peek that due to the way the angles work, and if anyone peeks it to try to deny, they get insta sniped. It makes you able to take that corner really easily, and the only thing that basically enables this whole thing is you just shooting fucking cocoa balls at a fucking choke. I don't know, Pansier, your thoughts?
Yeah, I still think the Wrangler is probably the strongest one. Just because I think in a lot of games, the Sentry is the primary focus of a lot of teams' defenses.
Mm-hmm.
And just increasing the survivability of that core component, I think it's just more effective than potential spam of just a hummy ball.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe that's just because I don't really play that much casual, where the Kamehameha ball is actually available. Almost all of my entry play is in competitive.
I don't play any casual, so that's probably where my bias is coming from.
I played a little bit of. I don't see it very often because it is banned in competitive, so it's not used very often by competitive engineers.
Yeah.
But like casual engineers will use it, but the problem is they don't know how to use it well enough. So even like if I'm playing demo or something, I'm able to easy counter because I'll just be like, okay, you're spamming that, so I'll just shoot till you can't shoot it anymore, and then I'll shoot you from the corner splash damage because you have to back up to the dispenser. But yeah, I think Wrangler or Short Circuit, depending on your viewpoint, I definitely think is the answer to that one. And then move on to another question. We have a chat from American.tf. Haha. Question to all engineers. Recently, in Invite Highlander, some engineers have begun shifting to holding Cliff and switching spots with the Heavy. Is this optimal, or is the engineer more important on concrete?
The Fortress of Solitude.
And this is he said on product. I mean, yeah. I don't hate it because I play with pocket more, like with the combo more on product as an engineer. Like I'll set up minis like in pocket, shooting down caution / dog bread. That way, no one can peek that, allowing them to walk forward and have more space. Because a regular mini is way stronger than heavy, but on the flip side, a heavy is still like really important and really slow.
I'm with Mothership here, as after that season I played with you and you always yelling at me if you're being a bad engineer. I'm more of a main. I don't like pocket, and I feel like Cliff, you're not as useful. Like because at least in my opinion on COD, engineer's a flex character. He'll either play with combo or he'll play with the flank depending on what's needed at the time. So it might just be team preference. Like, hey, our Putis likes, running on the flank. We're gonna have you take the Putis' spot on Cliff, or vice versa.
From my point of view, it's not necessarily because the engineer is stronger on Cliff. I don't think that's the case, but it's the fact that Heavy can do a lot more on the flank and play inside connector. So, therefore, by switching your Engie and Heavy, your team can be a lot more dynamic on the concrete side.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's the bigger key. You also have better rotations if you're playing on Cliff to help your sniper sitting on China or anything like that. It's a lot shorter of a rotation for that. So there are benefits of playing on Cliff, but you basically just sit there with a Wrangler pointing the concrete the whole game.
I can see. I don't like it, but I do see why it's effective because if you can have a heavy there, and just the idea of a heavy on flank means their flank can be aggressive to yours, which leads to the opportunity for your flank to actually take the aggression since theirs can't due to a fucking heavy. So if your flank becomes aggressive enough to push them out, literally on product, just having a heavy with the Tomislav going through connector, just eat a sandwich, full health, peek the thing, spam them, like literally spam into the main behind rock in the pocket, they have to look or deal with you or something. And the very moment a sniper instantly looks at you or do anything, you just back up in the pocket again because you have a sandwich. You eat a sandwich, and then you pick up the small health pack, get a sandwich back. Or you can go behind,
Yeah.
which I've seen shenanigans like that before.
Your heavy is just a lot more stronger playing connector than he is on Cliff, so that's what the big advantage is there, at least. Because when you're sitting on Cliff, playing as heavy or engineer, your primary goal is just to babysit people.
I think
Yeah,
I
you
can
can
boil
have
it
your-
down even further. Heavy's just better than engineer.
I
That's
mean,
true.
I didn't want to point out the obvious here, okay?
Let me live in
You're
denial,
right, but you
please.
shouldn't say it.
Just because we're playing the worst class in the game.
I will take the heavy 1v1 every single time. I don't care if I lose every single time.
Gunslinger
I'm taking it.
punches.
I mean, you can easily win those fights. It's just in a general usefulness sense, Heavy's just better.
Easily win those fights, you say.
I've crit punched a heavy down before. It was pretty fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It only required an Uber.
I will run in a straight line at him. I don't care.
Run it down mid for the heavy.
And I guess it makes more sense too if you have the pocket scout.
Yeah,
It's
kind
also
of.
nice if you've got the like Kelly on cliff side, so you can also protect it. Or sniper around there, so you can also protect the sniper. There's like a soldier bomb going for the sniper. You can like float them with the wrangled mini.
Yeah.
I'll also say on top of all the other things people have said, I said when it was mentioned, the Fortress of Solitude, because Clark, one of the EU engineers in Prem, been in Prem for a while, has 13 awards on ETF2L. It's named the Fortress of Solitude because he like goes on there the like entire time. Like that's where he plays, and you know, highest ETF2L award engineer, probably a good strat.
No, Yoshi was the originator of that. Yoshi theory is the future.
Yeah, but Yoshi. Yeah. Didn't Yoshi cheat on stream once, just straight up wall hack?
Does
and
he?
nobody cared.
I mean,
did
what is he
at
gonna
one
do?
point, I remember.
What is
He
he
did
gonna
at
do?
one point.
He's not gonna leave. He doesn't leave Cliff. Like
Oh god.
when I used to
not
play
wrong,
lobbies
you're not
all the
wrong.
time, he just doesn't leave Cliff. And you always forget about him until you walk past, China, and then you gun shooting you in the back.
Engineer.tf doesn't endorse accusations. That's up to the admin team.
I don't know. He's like 5-0. He gets 5 kills and 1 deaths in a 30-minute game. It's pretty. It's a very high
He's
KD.
going He's going positive.
He's positive. Engineer positive must be cheating.
Exactly. I actually have had an engineer cheat against me in a match once. It was pretty hilarious. It was
No,
on
I
a
remember.
Cascade.
I forget who the kid was. There was a
Was it Goofy?
mentee kid that got. I think it was Goofy. Sounds about right.
I don't
Yeah.
remember his name. It was a while ago.
If you're gonna cheat, why would you play a character like Engineer?
I don't
You know,
know, but he had like
so
an
you won't
80
get
or
caught.
90 accuracy with the Widowmaker on Cascade. Like, it was
Listen,
like absurd.
Yeah, like if you're gonna cheat, cheat on a class that people won't think you're cheating on. Play like NG or Med. Literally just have wall hacks on Med, and nobody will fucking care. I guarantee you. I would be willing to bet that if like some like new up and comer medic was just walling the entire time, I would not be surprised if that was the case. Because it would just nobody would fucking tell.
Oh yeah, I remember there being a lot of like med players who get like caught with like ESP, just because you want to be aware of like when you're gonna get like jumped on.
Yeah, that's true.
That was like years ago. Is ESP even a cheat now, or is it being
I
like
think it still is. Yeah,
ESP?
it's like wall
basically
hacks,
walls,
but like
like knowing where everyone is?
ESP is a different like depending what it is. Like the one of the big ones is the footsteps cheat,
Oh, okay.
where like
Yeah.
you can hear or like hearing spies decloak from across the map because you make it so their decloak sounds like a fucking freight train going through your house.
Yeah,
I'm just surprised no one's done it's probably out there, like a mini map that
can see
that
it
gives you
spreading.
walls.
A mini map. TIFF
I mean, in all honesty, that way you're not like looking at people directly through walls.
yeah.
That would
would
actually be an
easier.
interesting change.
Could you do that? I mean, in theory, you could.
Probably.
I think
I
there
mean,
already is a mini map. I think that already exists. I'll be dead ass.
yeah, because you can get a overhead view and like a demos.tf, so it wouldn't surprise me.
What's the hack
feel like
name?
I'm
Enable
no GS
CS:GO
nerd,
overlay.exe.
Yeah, it turns out we're actually just playing CS:GO the whole time.
Bomb defusal.
I'm pushing a banana.
Okay, Chuck, let's move on to
Easy lemon squeezy.
Let's move on to the next question then. This one is from Anon for everybody. What is a character in another game you feel shares traits with TF2 Engineer, and what are those traits?
Jen.
Shall I hit us with the obvious and say Torbjorn from Overwatch?
I was thinking the same fucking thing.
I
No,
don't
but,
play other
like,
games.
He's, in my opinion, he's a lot worse than what Engineer would be if he was put into Overwatch.
I think Torb is. I don't think Torb's good, but I think Torb is more fun than Engineer. And it's like if you took Engineer and was like, you can only duel now, and
And
took
miss
away the
armor
turtling
packs.
ability.
I'd say Samus and Smash.
No shot.
Ooh.
Uh,
Sounds fun.
it's kind of like it's the differences in the players. Like every player, you can tell who each player is just based off their play style type deal, and I see that quite a bit with Engineer. That's also Engineer and Samus were the art characters that just clicked with me as soon as I picked them up. So that, but I'm biased in that way, I guess. Probably not everyone would see it the same way. But yeah,
Like
Samus and
it's
Smash.
so is it like some along the lines of something that I guess has a similar play style, but like or like a similar like because I don't know too much about fighting games. I guess I'm asking, is it something that from the outside looking in like shallow perspective, it's like a lot of the same things, but like enough differences that you can like tell an individual like playing this character.
Yes, I think you hit the nail on the head there. That's how I would, and it's like on the outside, Engineers well, in all honesty, it is easy character, but there's small intricacies that separate the amateur to the invite, other than just pure DM. And same thing with Samus.
Nice.
For me
I
to have
see
a
what
different
you're talking
character, that would involve me playing other video games.
What about defect paints here?
Hmm?
You're always playing Spire, aren't you? Defect.
I mean, yeah, but like, I don't know. I don't really see that kind of connection.
Dungeon
Just
Master
do
is like
something
Engineer.
silly.
Yeah,
Dungeon Master.
You're just setting traps for people.
yeah, he's the dungeon master to D&D game.
Just say something silly like the monkeys from Balloon Tower's Defense.
Sure, okay.
You build nothing but sentries all day. That's all you do.
Nope.
There is, what's that game called? Shit. Your dwarfs and you're mining asteroids.
Deep Rock Galactic.
Deep Rock.
Yes.
Hero Galactic.
Oh, Carl!
Yes.
Rockin' Stone.
Rockin' Stone.
Dude.
No, there's a class in the game you build sentries, and I think that
Yeah,
one is
yeah.
very,
Thank
very
you.
similar because you have to refill ammo, you have to pick it up. Well, you can recall it, but you have to hit it to build it up faster. And it kind of, in my opinion, it's one of the worst classes in that game. So,
Just like this game.
yeah, just like this game.
Wait, what about that fucking Paladin's character? That is literally just the TF2 Engineer.
Barrack.
Barrack, yeah.
Yeah, he's quite fun.
I've
played him
only
quite a bit.
played like that game a couple times, but even I know that game's basically just Overwatch TF2 ripoff to the max.
I quite like Paladins. I think I prefer it a bit more to Overwatch. It feels more like there's more opportunity to like frag out in that compared to Overwatch. Like sometimes in Overwatch it's just frustrating because you'll just die to someone pressing an ability. But it feels like in Paladins you can actually just like have a real skill diff in a match.
Mhm.
My biggest problem with Paladins is just the amount of CC in it. It was the same thing I had with Overwatch 1.
There's a
That's
nomination
fair.
in the chat for a Dig Dug. I don't know how, but
Oh, haha, haha. Hi, Konoho. Don't worry about that. That's just my people. My people call out to me. They have found me.
oh no.
Oh no. I can't think of any other games because there's a few games I'm thinking of. But those games is literally this is literally the TF2 engineer, but in that game.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Like
Like,
Starbound or
I
Dungeons.
think the
AOS.
question is like certain traits that you find that you enjoy from Engineer, and then other games that you get that kind of enjoyment too, even if there isn't necessarily a like direct copy of a Sentry or building things. Because like there's stuff like Dirty Bomb playing like Bushwhacker and Turtle, or like Overwatch with like Torbjorn and Symmetra, who are like just builders. But like my answer for this personally is Chen from Dota 2, which is a bit strange because if you want to have like a character who just builds turrets, you want to have like someone like Venomancer maybe. But I like Chen because you have the like creeps that you can control, which is kind of like your turrets. You've got this like with TF2 Engineer, it's like really fun. Just like every other character, you're kind of just focused on shooting the dudes on the other team, and like occasionally you're worried about the map in regards to like rocket jumping and like pathing as like spy, so you're not running into people. But NG is looking at the map way different to everybody else, like figuring out like where you're gonna build, what's the best like sight lines, whereabouts can they spam my sentry like from an odd angle, so I should like build differently. And that's similar with like Chen, where you're always like trying to figure out like what creeps you want to get on the right time and trying to figure out where you should be on the map. And used to have an ability where you could teleport people around, so I had a more solid comparison. But it's kind of like the character in that game, Dota 2, also a terrible game like Dota, like TF2, and it's a character like NG where you can have absolutely terrible mechanical ability, like myself, and still just play this character because they're the big brain character.
Yeah.
Like you'll
thinking-
see someone playing Chen and you'll be like, this guy's either like playing it for a cavern crawl and has not touched the hero, or they main them and I'm scared.
For me, as far as if I had to go straight on feeling, I would say like Euro Truck Simulator.
Ooh.
Interesting.
Not mechanics. Like,
Which
just, like as a
which
feeling.
truck though?
Clearly
truck?
not
Oh, I haven't played that game forever. I just remember that game being like it's one of those things where I'm like I kind of just sit back and just kind of do things as a reaction, like a top-down strategy game type of thing, where like this is happening, I need to do this and that. In the same sense, where I'm in the truck, I'm just chilling, cruising, and oh my gosh, there's a left-hand turn. I gotta slow down. I'm gonna tip the truck. Oh no, I tripped the truck again.
It's a careful balance, like Engineer, between this is boring and or relaxing and oh god, everything is bad. Oh no.
Yeah.
Your
I
gun's
need
getting
to do all
stabbed.
these things.
There's a soldier jumping you.
Yeah.
Haha, I'm in
You're-
danger.
Your medic's yelling at you because they have a scout on them.
You're gonna save them.
What are you supposed to do?
Well, you're on the opposite end of the map too, by the way.
Yeah. Your Putis is yelling at you for upgrading, for not building a teleporter, even though it's been being zapped the entire game, and you've given up on building it. Yeah, I love playing Engineer.
Food dispenser here.
Okay, let's move on to the next question. Next one is from Fade. It's to whoever, I guess. Are there any plans to expand Engineer.tf?
Are there mothership?
This is a hard question because what does that mean, really? It depends on. I definitely want one of those.
Oh, a hot girl.
Oh boy.
Ooh. How do I ban? There we go. Ta-da.
Right under the Christian church message too.
I know, right?
All right.
You guys moderate. I'll feel it.
You gotta.
Yeah, I already sent a report.
I didn't realize I had moderation.
Yeah, I gave you guys.
I have
Extra
I have a red smile.
So yeah,
We should
I
all have
mean,
ranges. We're engineers.
the problem
Right,
with
Mike Albany?
expanding Engineer.tf
Of course.
kind of comes down to what does that mean? For me, I'm not like, what are we gonna do? We're gonna make our own league. Like, with blackjack and hookers, and we have our hot girls in the area already, right? So
Right.
it's
We're halfway there.
It comes down to what the point of Engineer.tf is, and a lot of it comes down to, we're here to provide resources for mentees and people wanting to get better at the game, and through that route, it's very hard for us to really grow in that when we're very dependent on the scene itself. So, like, we require RGL to grow and expand, and if it's not growing or expanding, then we don't either. It also depends on our visibility and how we're doing stuff like that. I've tried to do a lot of external advertising through partnering and doing stuff with like RGO, for example, but not everything has worked out in the way that I've hoped. And in doing and focusing on those external things, a lot of that has unfortunately caused issues where the quality and the stuff within Engineer.tf has dropped. Like our mentor program is probably dead at this point.
Well, we just don't have anyone coming to us for mentoring.
Yeah.
Like, it's hard. It's hard to be a mentor when you don't have anyone to mentor.
Yeah. Which has definitely been the big, I think, current crux in trying to fix things is trying to revitalize that whole program. Because at one point we had like at least 15 mentees all like going hard. But at this point, like thinking back, how many of them are still even around playing the game just in general? I honestly don't think there's much. Like there's David Redface, right? But does he actually play or is he just kind of trolling up in whatever div he's in now?
No, it's
No,
David.
he
He's
went
trolling.
Owen. No, he went Owen an invite last season, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, he's actually playing somewhat ish.
But hold on, I'm pretty sure he went Owen this season.
I mean, I'm sure as soon as like school lets out for the year, I'm sure it'll pick up. I think maybe expanding into the EU, because this is my guess. You can correct me if I'm wrong, but I feel like NG.tf is mainly an A community.
Mostly, and that's
Yeah.
by far because other than Hammock, all of us are sitting in the NA.
Yeah.
Except for Mothership, he's in Oceania. I don't count Hawaii as NA.
We'll debate
Okay,
that
harsh.
But I mean,
But-
it's not like we're not strictly like, oh, I'm sorry, America only. Where's your flag? Show me your guns. It's not like that because we've had guys from like Oceania and
Yeah.
EU like ask for questions, and what we normally do is we like, for me especially, I'd be like, hey, here's an engineer from your area that knows your area better, or your farm, like Oceania.
Find engineers in your area.
Basically that, but less,
Yeah.
Without the subtext. So we've done stuff like that, but the problem is I don't like advertise in those areas. It's one of those things where I have to figure out how to advertise this properly, and it's very difficult because I want us to have a mentor program that's functional before we advertise the mentor program. It's like saying, hey, we're building trucks, but like they're all like just batteries with a single wheel. It's at that point it's just an electric unicycle. But I don't know. We definitely have plans to expand. I definitely want to get things rolling for sure. Having a live functional mentor program with a lot of mentors, a lot of mentees, people learning, a drive to push out more content like our map review videos we've been doing. We have a couple other ones in the works that I just got to finish working on and post. But it kind of comes down to what does it mean to grow and to expand. And I'm definitely not one to be like, entrepreneur, like we must have 5 franchises in these locations by the end of the quarter. I'm very much so I'm more of, in this point in my life, I'm more of a resource in my mind. So it's one of those, hey, I want to do this. And I'm like, sure, let me help you do this. And that's more along my route of things. Does that make sense to you guys, hopefully?
It does to me, but again, I'm also that guy who's pushing you for the maps, for the video stuff. So
Yeah. I don't know. It's one of those weird ones where it's. I'm trying not to be depressing about it, but we're very dependent on other factors, so it's hard for me to say like, yeah, we have plans to expand, but like I can't like give a definition on what that means. So yes, we want to expand, we want to grow, but what that means, how that looks, is highly dependent on the community and where it stands. Because if RGL were to, let's say, in theory, explode by the end of next year, Engineer.tf will probably be dead. That's just the reality of that. Uncle Dane has pretty much the casual market kind of sectioned off for himself when it comes to Engineer. And yeah. There are ideas and things I got to put into fruition though, but We do have plans for sure. But yeah. I don't know if you guys have plans to expand Engineer.tf. Ooh.
Yes.
Yeah.
I've
got
talked to you
plans.
extensively about some ideas,
For sure.
which more I'm sure will come.
More Engineer TF D&D games.
Okay. Everyone has to play an artificer.
Okay, let's move forward on
I mean,
something.
you played the
more
Forge
fun.
Cleric.
This is gonna be a fun one for everyone from Anon. Most memorable TF2 moment. We'll start at the bottom. Go Pains here.
Huh.
Like in history? Or like
Just
our
most,
own?
most memorable TF2 moment. I guess it's your own, or like what you can do. I mean, it just says most, so it could be you playing it, watching someone else
When
play.
Germa played Among Us.
German played Among Us. I don't
Yeah.
necessarily know if that fits the.
I think it should probably be like everyone's personal, like
Mhm.
biggest moments kind of deal. For me, it actually probably has to be the first hat I ever got, which was not from a drop. It was actually from someone giving it to me. This was back when hats were actually, something. We were playing MVM because the game mode had like just came out, and it's still my favorite game mode to this day. And the guy gave me a vintage safe and sound because I told him my favorite class to play was NG. So like
Damn, dude.
that kind of kindness he gave me, because that was a value I had at the time. I know it's worth like 20 ref maybe at most at best. But just the kindness of that has maybe kept playing a lot. So
Mhm.
I think about that moment quite a bit.
How about you? We'll do the zigzag. Chubbs, you're next.
Sorry, I had to step out. What was the question?
Most memorable TF2 moment.
When a little known engineer called Mothership gave this little dirtbag engineer named Chubbs a chance and bumped him up from newcomer to main.
That was so long ago. I think you're at least amateur or wherever the dev above that is. I think you were hard stuck, but I knew you could aim at least.
Hard stuck.
Yeah,
Wow.
Hold on.
You keep getting
Let
picked
me
up by
look.
shit teams. I remember that, or you told me that. Unless I'm confusing you with like 3 other people.
Let's take a look here. Highlander. I kind of hate RGL's layout for stuff. Oh, here we go. It was a jump from newcomer to main. Season 7 to season 8.
Nice. How many seasons do you have a newcomer?
1.
Oh, okay. I guess that'd be confusing. I just remember
but-
being like, you should be on a good team. Why are you not on a good team?
And I mean, so apparently the leader, Analog Glock, has a track record now of not being a great person.
Yep.
And they had begged me to stay with them for their amateur season. I'm like, no. Just, they had shit mental. Even though we won newcomer, which I'm still pissed that RGL doesn't do first, second, and third place medals for that. So who doesn't want to brag about first in newcomer? But yeah, that in all honesty is probably the most memorable, or at least something that stuck with me. It's kind of shifted my focus to trying to give people a chance, even if you think that they're hot garbage. A little wholesome story for y'all.
That's very wholesome. Thank you. Definitely warms my heart.
Now, hopefully, I'll get paid for helping out the server.
Wait, you're getting paid?
Oh,
yeah.
my.
What do you think is paying for my Japan trip? It's all the Engineer.tf stuff, man. I would say, since we're doing the zigzag, since I'm next, for me, it would probably be, I don't remember what season this was for UGC, but it was definitely what is it, silver. We're like an underdog team that like never making playoffs, and we're playing like one of the top 3 teams in the div, and we're like, it's first to 4 at the time, and they're like we're down 3-0, and we're like playing like ass, and Yip Yapper was our demo or a scout at the time, and he gave us like a pep talk, and then we went like super hard mode. We wound up winning the match 4-0. We won 4 rounds in a row, and I had a 14 kill streak on Lakeside. Like we went super ham. Like literally, I was like, oh look, there's a soldier on the health pack in house. I'm gonna run at him. So I surfaced rocket and double meat shot him in the death and landed on the health pack as it respawned. That was a fun game. Not so fun because their spy was my friend and they kicked him off the team after that match.
Rip.
But
Oh.
I was kind of hard dominating him because that was back when the Dead Ringer was real popular still, and I knew him well enough where I literally just would shoot him and then instantly just follow him because I knew where he was. But hey, 14 kill streak on Lakeside. I'd like to see anyone else try that nowadays. That was a fun match.
Yeah.
Okay, Amek, your turn. Since we're zigzagging.
God, there's like a few moments. I think favorite TF2 moment has to be I went to my first and I guess technically also last for now TF2 LAN. Thankfully it was like right before the pandemic, so I'm like, ooh, glad I did it then. And I got to like meet a bunch of people that I've like played alongside and against for like years, and that was sort of at the point where I was like, I have less and less time for Highlander. It's probably going to be like my last season or so. So like, I just want to like meet some of these people and like watch. I think I'm trying to remember. It was a sixes. It was mostly sixes. It was like 7 versus one of the North American teams, and I can't remember which
Probably Froyo.
in the finals. It wasn't Froyo.
No,
Ascent?
probably Ascent then.
I think it was Ascent, yeah. And it
You're
was
probably
just
talking about
it was just really fun. It was kind of like a nice kind of like sunset moment, I guess, a TF2 moment of like I'm gonna still play this game casually and like interact with people, but I don't have enough like energy or like time to constantly do scrims and Highlander like every season. So glad to like meet some of these people, shake their hand, a few hugs, and then like nice end of a chapter.
That's definitely a nice thought for sure.
And
Oh my
also
God.
realize how short everyone was. LOL.
No, I do realize that. I have met some people IRL from the TF2 scene, and I'm not like super tall. I'm only 6'2", but like it's really weird when I can just like look over above everybody. I'm not sure if that's like a TF2 thing or most people are just short.
Engineer mains.
Only
are all
6'2", you fucking asshole.
Only 6.
Only
only
6'2".
average height. I remember a while ago, one of the people I played in a team with a lot, Scrambled, did potentially like a strange maneuver, which is to ask every person who was playing in like sort of Prem high ETF2L Highlander at the time what their heights are and making a spreadsheet to see like who is the like which class has got like the tallest people and like the shortest, and Engineer had like the tallest people and Spy had the shortest people.
Interesting.
That is interesting.
Spies do have like a Napoleon complex, don't they?
Unsure.
The sample size isn't big, but I think it's close to like 100%. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
Yeah, somewhat like that.
I'd give it the stamp of approval.
okay, Mike, it's your turn for the most memorable TF2 moment.
Oh, last but not least. I've got a couple. Definitely when I went to the local host LAN in Philly, like I got to see so many people that like I've known for years, like Kool-Aid Allen, and people that like I was just playing on a team with, like Caboose. Caboose gives really good hugs, by the way. Like Caboose gives really fucking good hugs. I love you, Caboose. And Then there's people that like, and I got to meet someone like Jay, and like Jay's a fucking like, I don't think Jay needs to be like explained why he's amazing, but yeah, Jay's just a great guy. And, like getting me able to meet him was nice. Being able to meet so many people and being a part of the experience, even if I only got to go for one day out of the weekend, LAN is just an amazing experience for a community that you're involved in. And if you ever have the opportunity to go to one, like if there's one like maybe an hour or 2, 3, 4 hour drive away from you, I'd highly recommend it. Other than that, like I'd probably say winning advance in season 2 with Amacidi and Nova, because everyone thought we were dog shit. Everyone thought we were gonna go 2-5. Especially because that season we thought we were not gonna win because we had a ringer demo for playoffs. We had 5 different demos throughout the season for matches.
That just
It
sounds
was
like a
really
standard
rough.
Highlander season, dude.
Yeah, it was rough. But then similar to you, Mothership, we had Yip Yapper on Scout, and he I don't think he gave us like a motivational speech, but he definitely really shaped the team a lot with his experience at the time.
Mhm.
Getting second season 4 with MSCD Nova when we brought it into Invite, most specifically beating Apollodosh in playoffs, because again, another season where everyone thought we were dog shit, 2-5, and we may have beating AD as the underdogs, especially when the match, which is still available on RGL, by the way, it's still on their Twitch as a past broadcast, showcased some of the best talent, or like some of the new upcoming talent, and how good they really were. Like, not to toot my own horn, but I did pretty well that match. Dog went nuclear, Catalyst went nuclear, and these are players that the invite scene at the time had never heard of, nobody cared about, and had just been starting to come up, and really showcased them really well. And now Catalyst is an invite staple. He's playing in playoffs right now. He just guaranteed himself third, beating the frauds yesterday. Dog, I don't think Dog doesn't really want to play too much TF2 right now, but I'm sure if he did, he would be able to find a team instantly. That probably yeah, I'll say when somebody helped last season when we beat K&D on Swiftwater, that was another fun match. That was it. Those are probably my best moments, my best memories.
Very nice. Okay, we'll move on to the next question from there. This one's pretty standard. Favorite breakfast food? And I will go
Waffles.
with whoever wants to go first.
Waffles.
Waffles.
I'm a big cereal enjoyer, but if I'm getting like a real breakfast, not just cereal, it's got to be waffles. That or
Count Chocula.
like an omelet, like a omelet with like the works. I love it. Breakfast
What kind of
my
omelet?
meal.
Like a standard omelet?
I like my omelets, of course, with sharp cheddar. Not American. I don't trust anyone who likes American cheese.
Here.
Sharp cheddar, onions, green peppers, pork, and ground beef.
Oh wow, that's a combo.
A little bit of salsa. It's perfect.
Maybe it's just me. I'm definitely more of like a breakfast bento person. Like tamagoyaki, rice, and like some kind of meat.
Of course you are.
I mean, I used to do that in the mornings for because I work at a church
yeah,
and
so good.
services on Sunday in the morning. So I would wake up at like 5 and make a breakfast bento for me and my father, and like they came out pretty good. Like you get saba, you just cook grill that with just salt, and you get the egg with, and yeah. I mean, that's just me though. I'm definitely a big fan of the Japanese food, so that's kind of.
And I'll butt in and say that pancakes are the king.
Fight,
I will-
fight,
no.
fight, fight,
I will
fight.
die on this hill.
You are wrong.
Incorrect, man.
I've never had
Pancakes.
American pancakes and I want to try them so
Oh,
bad.
Hamek, I will take you to this nice little diner owned by this nice Greek man who makes the most delicious pancakes. Oh,
Oh.
I love it. I love like especially like okay, listen, if you add in like chocolate chips or like Oreos, that just makes it better, right?
No, that's not a
just more
pancake.
sweet.
That's not a
That's
pancake.
yummy. Well, like
That's
just
an
the
abomination of a
beautiful-
pancake.
Shut up, Chubbs.
Who
Just
puts
the
Oreos in their
beautiful-
pancake?
Oh, y'all are missing out. But just like the beautiful buttermilky, smooth, fluffy
Look, all I'm saying is there's no such thing as a pancake house. Come on now.
bit of syrup and butter. Oh, I'm in bliss. I'm in bliss.
You say there's no such thing as a pancake house, but we actually have one of those here.
Is it actually called Pancake House?
Is it called Pancake House?
That's hilarious.
Yeah, no. Place I go to in Jersey, they have a pancake. They're called.
Oh wait,
pancake.
you're from Jersey. That explains a
No,
lot.
I'm not from Jersey. I'm from New York, but I travel to New Jersey for vacation sometimes.
Why would you
Fuck you.
willingly go to New Jersey?
Because there's a beach there, and it's a very nice beach, and lots of seafood.
That's fair.
Just go to Maine.
Not too far away.
It's
like
a
the same
balance of
area.
lazy and still wanting it. It's like, do I want to go to Popeyes get the really good chicken sandwich, or I just want to go to McDonald's and can spend $2 on the chicken sandwich? Unfortunately, Micah, you're 3-1 on the waffle pancake debate, so you lose. I'm sorry. I am definitely more of a waffle person.
Waffles just have a
Okay.
better texture overall.
We can't all be perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. Like we all can't be perfect. We have because one person always
Some of us
one
has to like
person always
pancakes.
be wrong.
Someone needs to message Exa and ask favorite breakfast.
Go for it. Micah, you do it, since you guys are sharing Minecraft beds.
Oh yeah, hold on. I'll ask him.
Yeah, I mean, your bed's next door.
X is probably the type of person to like not eat breakfast.
To be fair, I also don't eat breakfast. Cause
No, I don't. I'm trying to think of my one, and I don't eat breakfast very often. When I do eat breakfast, though, it's usually before I go exercise, go to the gym. So in that case, I'll usually have a bacon sarnie.
Oh,
I'd
Exa
probably
said
say that.
pancakes. Exa said pancakes.
Still
Oh,
3-2.
Pixar didn't
I don't
have
care. That's my wife.
Yeah, I need
That's
proof
Exa.
here. I need proof.
Yeah, we need
Proof?
Pixar.
Alright, I'll get the screenshots.
Yeah, send it over so I can post it.
Mothership's gonna like edit the "I hate engineer" like image. and
I
just put,
hate
I hate pancakes.
That would be good. That would be good.
Well, that's doctored. No,
That is not doctored.
No Discord looks like that.
That's not true. My Discord looks like that.
I don't know, it's kinda
that
dark.
that is the wrong Discord shade of black. Come on.
Well, I have a theme. I have a skin.
But you can have
No one,
themes
no
on
one in the right
Discord.
mind uses the Discord skin. Come on now, this is clearly doctored.
What?
Yeah,
Photoshopped.
Discord's background is like bright.
Hold up now. What? You use white mode?
No, I'm not
My
that degenerate.
That
My
looks like
Discord is
the
blood.
same shade of like darkness as like dark mode on YouTube.
It's nice. I like it. I like Discord skins and themes.
I don't know how the fuck did you get your shit so dark? That's what mine looks like.
It's literally it's just like modded Discord. I can help you out. I know it's not the regular. What the hell, Mothership? You can't do that on the stream. That's fucked. You're fucked. That's messed up. Why would you do that?
Leaking DMs.
Worst take? No, bro. That's just not true.
It's entirely true, man. Come on now.
No, pancakes are the king.
No,
I
they
will
are
die on
not,
that
man.
hill.
You know, since we're on this, Micah having the worst takes, for some reason the next question, it seems really sus. It's for Micah from Anon. How do you cope with being
no.
the most handsome moderator for Engineer.tf? I wonder who submitted this one, Micah.
I'm curious.
I am very curious. But how do I cope? So every day I wake up and I look in the mirror and I go, "You are not
Man, I
good."
eat pancakes. I'm so bad.
No!
Ah!
What the heck?
Why do I have to eat pancakes? Why can't I have a good
No.
waffle?
No, I do not say that. I do not say that. I do my
He
daily.
thinks it.
I do my daily
This,
reflections.
this,
I
this is
go,
the mental process he has to go through every day. Thinking he's in pancake enjoyer. I gotta show everyone pancakes are the best.
"You're close. You're close." I wake up and I look in the mirror and I go, "You are not you are not cringe. You are based. You are not soy pills. You are Chad." And then after I look in the mirror, I comb my hair back
Out loud.
and I, of course, out loud. I'll do like those finger guns at myself in the mirror, and then I'm just good. My confidence is skyrocketed for the rest of the day.
Okay, which one of us can do SFMs so we can like remake this
Animate
with like the
that.
engineer and just add in like the what's that guy the fawns at the end.
You can
just steal,
afford
like,
it
the
with the
scalp
Patreon
pompadour.
budget.
But funnily enough, I actually didn't submit that one. Like,
It was probably
I'm being genuine. I didn't do it.
Funnily enough, I don't believe you.
I asked X to RGL prom and that was it.
Yeah, it could have been Exa too, but Exa did ask the Fed one, so.
No, Extra wouldn't call me handsome. I think it's Kudamus. I don't know though.
Yeah,
I
I
guess.
can't- I
I'm
can't
calling you
recall.
out, Kudamus.
That sounds like a gotta miss.
Yeah.
I'm calling you out, Kudamus.
Okay, dope. We'll move on to another happy one. This one's from Cyber King to basically anybody. This, how and what has TF2 impacted in your life positively? Relationships, social happiness, blah blah blah, etc. etc.
Boyfriend,
Nothing.
That's
poggers.
a
nothing.
big one.
Ever since I started playing TF2, life's been downhill. No, but just some of the people I met. Excuse me. Just some of the people I met. That's probably like I don't put a whole lot of stock into my value in TF2, so I wouldn't say it really affects it either way. But just meeting different people from different walks of life is something that I value quite a bit.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly,
Mothership stranded on a deserted island. I don't know how he has internet access. Hammocks in the godless land known as the EU.
I wish I was in the EU. Sad.
You're somewhere over there. You're not. You got that funny accent.
I'm like the opposite, like also on a desert island, but instead of it being like a hot desert, it's just a cold, like rainy desert.
Oh yeah, I forgot that. I forgot about Brexit and all that. Oh, I'm so sorry. Yeah, but just meeting people is probably what it's one of the perks.
What were you saying, Payne?
it was actually when I was leading a team, finding ways to like properly deal with people's bullshit, has really helped me quite a lot as an adult. So even though it like really sucked and was really frustrating to do, I'm kind of glad I did it. Putting up through people's like all the scheduling nightmares of scheduling Highlander scrims, dealing with people's like last minute cancellations and having to find replacements, and just general the bullshit you have to go through as a team leader.
Oh yeah, but you're basically managing
team
people.
leading,
I was team leading for a while.
dude. I will never team lead, ever. I refuse to.
I tried it once and had a panic attack.
Yeah.
Michael Lately was my admin for a hot minute too.
Yeah, I remember. I requested your sniper's demos like 5 weeks in a row. His name was Lamp, right? Something like that.
It was my soldier and it was
He was your
head.
soldier and it was head. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it was like right as soon as you guys started requesting demos all the time. It's like, hey, I need heads demos. The next week, hey, I need heads demos.
Yeah, I need heads demos again.
The third week, hey, guess what? You'll never believe me.
Yeah, I think I wrote him like 5 times that season.
Dude, he hated me. Like there was one week where he handed me the demos and was like, I didn't even ask you this time, and I don't even need them this week.
But next week, yes. The following I will.
Give them to me next week.
No, for me, I would say. I mean, it's hard for me to say like social skill stuff because a lot of that I learned before jumping into competitive TF2 from my old gaming communities. Something I'm old, but I did meet one of my best friends in TF2, playing Spy on Cold Front of all things on a casual server. And definitely a lot of my good friends I would say are from TF2, like you guys, Exa, constantly. A
Oh,
bunch of
don't make me
people.
blush.
No, like honestly, like you guys are cool guys, and it's one of those things where I never would have met you guys if it wasn't for this shitty game. Probably be just watching anime in my closet or something, alone. Well, VTubers now.
And not-
That's the new thing.
And now you can watch anime with your friends.
Yay, friends! Man, I met that dude 11 years ago.
Jeez.
Yeah, we've been friends for a really long time. But that's how old the game is, right? The game came out 2007.
Yeah.
So,
And somehow still alive, which in my opinion is pretty fucking impressive.
oh yeah.
How many games can claim that?
Tetris.
Tetris.
Well, I'm talking like original release.
True.
I mean, the Age of Empires do a pretty good job,
That's true.
and they get like
Around.
tournaments sponsored by Microsoft too. So
Good for them.
yeah,
Good for them. Well, so does CS:GO and Dota, but we're the redheaded stepchild of Valve's children.
Hmm.
yeah. How about you,
I
Micah?
see a CS:GO player complain on a night, but you guys actually get updates.
Yeah. You
Our
get up
our
there.
prize pool was only $100,000 instead of $200,000.
Wait, we got an update, but we don't like it. Wah, wah.
What's the pool meme with the drowning kid?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, let's go. Or the
Yeah, for
the one
me,
with the family. You guys get updates?
You guys get updates?
And then there's like the skeleton at the bottom of the ocean, like a follow-up image. Like that's the like what's that game?
Ratchet.
No, there was like a game that was like a sort of class-based shooter that the servers went down, and it had that like alchemist guy that you can like throw stuff on the ground and jump on it and bounce.
Overwatch 1.
And there
Portal
was
2?
Overwatch 2?
oh, I can't remember now.
Paladins?
No, servers went down.
No,
Servers went down.
It was
Chris.
before that. It was like there was an engineer character called Griselma, and she was a witch, and she had little turrets that were like hands.
I do not.
Let me look this up.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Well, Hale looks it up. Micah, your turn. Tell us all your deep, dark,
Griselma.
personal things.
Gigantic.
So I gotta say, like, I've been playing TF2. I think I started when I was like 13 or so. Like that's when I first joined the competitive community. So it's definitely been a big part of like me growing up and like maturing. Because like I'm almost 20. I turned 20 in like less than a month. And sorry, less than a week. I turned 20 on Monday.
Ooh.
And that's kind of crazy to me.
Happy early birthday.
Thank you. Yeah, like I'm gonna be alive for 2 decades very soon, and a good chunk of one of those decades has been playing competitive Team Fortress 2, like and being around a lot of people who like I've come to make as really good friends, and that like I've met in person, or even ones that I haven't met in person. Like the TF2 community gets a lot of bad rep for being very toxic, for having a lot of like bad people, which I mean, yeah, there are people like that. A lot of communities do, but I've really met some of like the most amazing people and some of my closest friends through this game, and I would not have that otherwise. So that's always very nice.
That's definitely really nice. I would actually say on that, though, it's like, I do see that, like, the engineer, or not the engineer, but the TF2 community in general is usually pretty positive. I think we get a bad rap for the negative stuff just because the negative things, when they do happen, stand out very obviously because it's not normalized as well.
It's negativity bias.
Yeah. Or, yeah.
Or whatever that bias is called.
Every community has it. It's not exclusive to just TF2.
But we're also a
it's-
much smaller community than most.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and it's an older, so it's like it's more likely that you're going to run into people who've been hanging around for a long time and, you know, be a bit grumpy about it.
Speaking from experience there, Hammock, am I all about it? Just...
Yeah. Yeah. Like I now I just play TF2 and just embrace the silliness and save all my toxicity for Dota 2.
That sounds about right, honestly. Okay. Let's move on to the next. This one's from
Is it-
Hammock.
Oh no.
A lot of them are.
If you could have an animal persona, a fursona, if you will, what would it be?
All right, step one. I muted Hammock. Okay. Anyway, let's just move on to the next.
Have you unmuted for this long?
Oh no.
Platypus, because poison and eggs. Why not?
Nice.
Oh, great! Look, another one from Hammock. This is from me,
That's gonna be.
and this is the one I asked you guys
VTuber.
that I didn't know what it was. Who is your homestuck kin?
You asked that, and I still have no idea.
I have no idea what that means. I'm scared to ask.
If you know, you know. If you don't know, it's fine.
I
don't
know,
Way to fucking age yourself, Hammock.
like I know of Homestuck, but like I've never taken in any of its
What do
content.
you mean age myself? I just like said I've been playing this game.
Homestuck's
for
like
ages.
early 2000, dude.
Yeah.
I was just
Dude, I
born.
was born in early 2000.
Yeah, same.
And all the hairs on my beard
And-
just
and it's-
turned white.
Yeah, and it's like being on the internet for so long that even if you weren't like around when it was like huge, you heard about it, especially if you're on Tumblr.
I was never a Tumblr person, so I cannot relate. We'll move on to the next one, which I'm assuming is from Hammock. It's from me. It says,
Probably.
when is Mothership debuting his VTuber? I'm assuming he means like
Yeah.
VTuber model, which means
Yeah, probably a platypus, I guess.
Yeah, this is actually just a series of questions just to build up a VTuber outfit.
Yeah. This is how we expand Engineer.tf. We get the VTuber market.
oh lordy. You
Hey,
guys say that, but I was
check
super
out-
tempted to do that at some point. But no, I'm not. No, I'm not gonna. I used to stream. I am too old and too busy to stream. No.
But Mothership sex sells.
But
Like,
okay.
I mean, yeah,
make a
I
sexy
could
platypus.
like totally do like an ASMR channel thing where I'm like, welcome to the Engineer.tf ASMR channel.
Tier 3 sub!
Tier 3 sub.
Yippee!
Yippee!
You just do the what is it the JoJo just that the entire time. Just loop that for like an hour. No, I'm not. No, that's all. That's all our
Get your
questions.
VTuber model and then like have it up when you're doing church stuff. Just do a sermon with like VTuber model.
Hi kids, I'm Flappy. I'm the platypus for Jesus.
Oh no.
Oh no. No, just no.
What is Jesus' persona? That's the title of this
Oh no.
of this anniversary.
Hammock, we now have the name for Mothership's persona, which is Flappy.
Oh
Nice.
It's
We're gonna
the
get
whole
all
is just
the-
being diggered. Mothership just change the question.
There are no more questions. I can't change it. Okay, we'll do that.
Oh
We'll do this.
no!
You guys have any questions for anyone here since we're all here? Besides Hammock?
Yeah,
Besides Hammock.
yeah. Everyone just mute Hammock real quick.
Oh my. Okay, I think that's pretty much everything at this point.
Yeah.
I guess
No, that last one killed me.
Yeah. Yeah, there's nothing else I can really think of to discuss. This was pretty open and fun. I actually really enjoyed this. I would like to do this more in the future. We'll do like the engineer roundtable. Ooh. Except it'll be
Your
like
podcast.
Square table.
I was about to say
with
square table.
squares.
We're engineers. We use squares. And we kind of need to do
And
that.
we do square
Maybe.
dancing.
Square dance. It's something good to look at, though. We'll see in the future. But with that in mind, thank you everybody for joining us. Do you guys have anything you guys want to say to our wonderful audience of 2 concurrent viewers?
Hey, and I'm one of them.
Yeah.
I am also one of them.
Wait, how is it two?
I
if
don't
I'm
think you
also
guys
one of them?
count because it
Yeah.
doesn't count mods.
Unlucky.
So that means two people besides us, which means right now we have at least 3 viewers. Ooh.
I'm not a mod. I'm not even. I have it open in Edge.
The open Edge. Oh, okay. Wait, you use Edge?
Yeah. No, I use Chrome, but whenever I click on a link, it opens it up in Edge. I'm too lazy to fix it.
Change your default browser, man.
You know Chrome can do that for you automatically, right?
Yeah, they ask me. I always say, I don't care enough. I always have Chrome open anyway, so.
Fair enough. I don't know. Edge scares me sometimes. 'Cause I'm like, are you dead or are you not dead? Because Microsoft says you're dead, but you're not. You're here, and you just updated last. Anyways, moving forward. Thank you everyone for joining us.
Saying Edge is nice.
Edge is nice. Debatable. But anyways, thank you everyone for joining us for this Q&A session. I hope you guys had fun. I know we had fun for sure. Minus those last couple questions. But yeah, hopefully we'll be able to do something a bit more. I'm hoping to do another live stream on our anniversary day on the 12th. I will be in Japan eating very fancy food on stream, maybe. Well, being precociously, bourgeoisie. But until next time, thank you everyone for joining us. And I don't know, you guys want to say bye, I guess? You can say bye together.
Bye, I guess.
Have a good night, engineer mains.